The man had just arrived at the border when he sensed something was wrong. Two poor men were signaled to escape from here, but as soon as they ran 10 meters an arrow pierced through their hearts. While Nick was still confused, his friend Jeff, who brought him to the border, suddenly tossed him a bag of diamonds worth tens of millions. Then Jeff gave him 2 minutes to run. It was only then that Nick realized Jeff had tricked him into coming to the border just to make him join a hunting game organized by the rich. But he had no intention of playing this game. Nick immediately grabbed his backpack and prepared to leave, but the next second a group of armed soldiers surrounded him. This time Jeff again gave Nick 2 minutes to run. He realized these people were serious, so Nick had no choice but to sprint into the forest behind him. Once the 2 minutes were up, the rich men picked up their rifles and began their hunting game. Little did they know from the moment they entered the forest, they had gone from hunters to prey, because the man they were after was no ordinary person. Sure enough, they searched for a long time without finding any trace of Nick. At the same time, Nick did not dare to stop running. He wanted to cross the border into Thailand. Soon he reached a riverbank. There in the water, he saw the body of a woman struck by an arrow. Clearly, she had been hunted by those rich men a few days earlier. That was when Sam, one of the rich men, came up with an idea to find Nick. He climbed to the top of a hill, thinking he could see farther from there. Sure enough, he soon spotted Nick drinking water by the river. Fortunately, Nick hid behind a big tree in time. He watched as Sam on the hill started walking toward him. Nick quickly dove into the river. By the time Sam reached the foot of the hill, Nick had vanished. Sam had no idea Nick was right behind him. The next second, Nick dragged him into the water. Nick punched Sam hard, but Sam unexpectedly pulled out a stun baton. Realizing the man really intended to kill him, Nick stopped holding back. He slammed Sam against a rock. By the time the other rich men found Sam, he was already a corpse. Only then did they realize Nick was an extremely dangerous prey, but because they outnumbered him, they felt no fear. When they reached a waterfall to look for Nick, one of the rich men spotted him below. He quickly shouted for his teammates to shoot. Hearing the commotion, Nick knew something was wrong. He quickly dove back into the water. Nick hid behind a large rock. Although the arrows couldn't hurt him, the rich men had no intention of letting him go. They even set up a grenade launcher. One shot blasted Nick away instantly. He slid all the way down the mountain. After dropping dozens of meters, he luckily landed in a soft spot. When he caught his breath, he realized there were several elephants behind him. That was when a young girl stepped out.